Good morning. I am just preparing my celery juice this morning. I've been a bit slack recently. I've been so tired with breastfeeding. My nearly 14-month-old is biting so much with teething, and she's just feeding so much at night with the back molars. And I have not done my celery juice every single day like I used to before I was pregnant with number 5. I religiously did my celery juice for years, also religiously took my aloe vera for, well, probably about 15 years. Absolutely love the stuff. And a concoction of all my herbal remedies from my herbalist or things that I've foraged and made. But if I don't keep up to all these things, my fibromyalgia, my Raynaud's, dequervents, Alnor, neuropathy, all these things that they give us as labels, raise their head, and my symptoms get so much worse. And I've really noticed a difference in my sleep, because if baby's not waking and breastfeeding and biting, I'm finding that all my symptoms are keeping me awake with the numbness and the tingling and the pain, and it's exhausting. So yesterday I went shopping and I got loads of celery juice for like 20p a pack because it was all on sale. And I was like, universe is guiding me back. I need to get back onto it daily rather than like intermittently throughout the week. And I got myself back to the gym because all this full moon energy and Beltane energy, I have just been so whacked last month. It's been a really tough moon cycle, and I just feel like everything slips a little bit, and you've just got to find that determination to get back to it. And, you know, give yourself a pat on the back if you're getting out of the house and being active in any way, because it can be so tough to do that, especially when you just think, do you know what, it's just easier to cancel that class. Don't cancel it, do it. So I went yesterday and I'm so stiff. Not done a squat for like 5 weeks. And I thought, no, I've got to do it. Husband was up and out at work at 6 o'clock this morning. So I'm up and I grabbed just a top that's, you know, not very gymmy, as in like new gym. I've got so many old clothes from years ago because I just don't buy new clothes very often. And it's from the Sisterhood trials back in 2019 in Manchester. So that was before COVID days. And it got me thinking. I was sat around the fire last night doing Scorpio full moon writing and my Beltane wishes and manifesting. And when I pulled out this top this morning, it said Sisterhood Trials, and I was like, that was an amazing event. I absolutely loved it. I went with a beautiful friend who invited me. I'd never heard of it before. And it was such a good day, so empowering. We did exercise activities, there was sports and nutrition, there was deep tissue massages. It was a really good like collaboration and gathering of like-minded women. We did tug of war and all sorts. It was loads of fun. And I thought to myself, ever since that event, I really invested more time in myself in making sure that I was a woman that was authentic, that supports other women. And literally, I'm a woman's woman. And we hear this word thrown around all the time. So this takes so long to wash my celery because my tap, like if you could see it, how it literally dribbles out because it's got a water 2 filter. You know, one of them Bear Grylls things, and it just takes forever for it to filter through. So, but yeah, and it just got me thinking this morning about, are women really women's women? When they say it, we see this word thrown around on social media all the time. Support other women, you know, work together, sisterhoods and gatherings of sister circles and all these kind of things in community for women that women all yearn to have. I genuinely do believe that. It's nice to have your own time, and it's beautiful to be able to sit in your own energy comfortably and spend time reflecting and be on your own. But there is a natural ancestral calling for us to be in a village of women. There really is. And every child I've ever had, I've always seen the village energy increase. And I'll be totally honest, I don't feel like there's as much authenticity that goes around on social media as you would like or hope. And I read the Let Them Theory recently by Mel Robbins. I'm sure you've heard of it. She's fantastic at podcasts and all sorts. I absolutely love her to bone. I love the bones of her. She's so good. And I've read a lot of books over my 20 years of wise woman wisdom. Takes me a little while to read them because I have dyslexia and ADHD. So one, getting concentrated and sitting down and closing the brain off is just like a miracle. So meditation helps with that, the earthing, all the nature things that I do on a day-to-day practice. But actually focusing on something, just, yeah, and reading, my reading speed is not very fast. But I prefer reading than audio because I'm a very visual person, like I love writing. So it takes me a while to get through a book, but if a book's good and I'm in that hyper-focus stage, then literally there's no putting it down. You should see my Let Them Theory book. I will get my friend to send me a picture of it because I've got 2 copies. I've got a signed copy and then I have my copy that I read. It is literally a rainbow of sticky notes because I just love sticky notes. When I find a quote or something that resonates, I just literally sticky notes. So when I handed it to my friend, she was like, what the fuck? Anyway, I'm digressing now. But what I'm trying to say is I read that book and she talked about 1, accountability, and 2, also comparison, and how people, you've just got to let them, as in the fact of, where am I going with this? Come on, Fran, brain fog, don't kicking now. It's the essence of our people doing what they say they're doing, and your high expectations, that's the word I was looking for, thank you. High expectations. I hold really high expectations of myself, but also you hope that people are going to meet you with them same expectations. So I genuinely, when I'm supporting other women and I see them doing amazing things, genuinely love, want to share, want to offer them opportunities if they're in my close circle. And I genuinely mean it from the heart. Many years ago, before I did this sisterhood trials, I remember that I used to get those feelings of jealousy or comparison when I used to see other women doing really amazing things, and I'm going, shit, why have I not done that? Why didn't I think of that? That was amazing. Oh no, they're better than me. Oh, they're more beautiful. Oh, look at their body. Oh, and the list goes on and on and on. And if you're watching this and you've been there, you'll know what it's like to compare yourself. Comparison, I have learnt, is a killer of compassion and community. It really is. And if we could just turn that compassion into village energy instead. You know, I call myself the wise womb woman because of so many years of wisdom and learning and birthing and mothering and self-healing the mother wound, and going on journeys with Reiki and shamanics and Mizan. People always say you're only 37. I've literally had a life like you'd expect me to be about 70. I'm an old soul. And I see it as we all come through the womb space, whether you're male or female. We all come through the womb space into this divine place, portal, whatever you want to call the womb. And it transitions us into where we are now, in this realm, in this timeline, in this life that we're experiencing. And we all come out with the same opportunities. We do. But it's down to you what you do with those opportunities and where you go with them and what choices you make. But also, not making a choice is a choice. And if you've been triggered this full moon to feel fear, because that's been a lot of the energy around the Scorpio full moon, and you felt fear and you felt frustration, or you've felt that comparison energy, and it's all coming from a really deep place of self-worth, then just sit with it this weekend over bank holiday and think about why and where that fear and that comparison is coming from. Because if you can turn that fear and that comparison into compassion for other people, for other women, for other sisters in your circle, and you turn that compassion into love for what they're doing and happiness and joy for other people, because what we give out, we attract. You can turn it into community. And when there's community, there is strength. And where there is strength, there is power. And where there is power, there is manifestation energy, if it has come from a positive, vibrational intention. You know, you can manifest the good and the bad. It's up to you to decide. So that little bit of wisdom I had this morning was just like, you know, change that fear this full moon into compassion and into community and then into creativity, because with the Beltane energy that's with it, it was one of my children's birthdays yesterday. I have a Beltane baby. How lucky am I? She's 19 and she's off somewhere. I'm not going to tell you where. My husband has a company in security, so not giving her location away. But yes, she's flying her wings, which is beautiful. And I had to sit with that empty nest yesterday, that she's 19 and not at home for her birthday. But I could sit with manifestation energy, all that love and wisdom from my womb space, from growing a child, from birthing on Beltane, and how powerful the energies are at the minute. What can you do with that? What can you write? What can you turn that fear into fierce, bold dreams, ambitions, goals? What have you got moving into more of this spring energy? You know, Beltane, we're halfway between spring equinox and summer solstice. You know, get manifesting this weekend. And if you've not been out in nature, get out in nature. Get your feet on the ground, get moving your body, whether you go to a gym class, whether you just do some gentle walking, yoga, meditate, just do something outside and just pay attention to nature and all the signs and all the symbols from spirit. And I hope you've enjoyed watching my wise woman wisdom that just comes to me randomly when I'm putting a top on to get ready for the gym. And if you've not done celery juicing or followed the medical medium, get following. His books are fantastic. I've celery juiced now for well over 7-8 years. It really has helped with so many health ailments. I have a lot of the Virgin Me, I can't pronounce it, the products that he endorses and shares, the lemon balm, the ashwagandha, there's loads of them. They're absolutely brilliant. My kids have them, and I love doing his detoxing, so get following and have a lovely Saturday. Is it Saturday? It is, because Beltane was Friday, Saturday. We'll go get lost with days with bank holiday. Take care. Bye.